What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. Now today's video is gonna be a bit weird, but it's something that I've been meaning to talk about with you guys for quite a while now. So if you guys remember in one of my previous WWE news videos, I guess you could say, I mentioned that that Robert Roode had just had fusion neck surgery, and there have been rumors that he was going to be leaving, or rather he was going to retire from wrestling in general. But the question is he really? Well, we are going to find out the answer in today's video, as well as talk about everything that he accomplished. Not just in WWE, but pretty much all, in every promotion that you can think of that he was a part of. We'll be talking about that as well, and just talk about some other things that he had done, and give my take on him possibly retiring. But before we do get into all that, if you guys enjoyed this video and you guys want to see more videos like this in the future, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on my social media. Links will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And if you guys have not done so already, make sure you guys check out the community tab. I posted a question of the day from yesterday to make up for not posting yesterday. So I do humbly apologize for not posting, but I obviously you guys know I just wanted to take a day off away from filming for obvious reasons. But again, if you guys have not checked out the community tab, I posted asking the question of the day, which was this: who in WWE do you see taking the undisputed Universal title off of Roman Reigns? So if you guys have not checked out that post, I recommend you check it out. Leave some likes on there, comment. I'm very curious what you guys have to say. But speaking of the question of the day, here is today's question of the day. What was your all-time favorite Robert Roode moment? Or actually, you know what? Actually, let me rephrase that. Let me rephrase that. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, I think that question works. I think that question works. So again, the question of the day: what is your all-time favorite Robert Roode moment, and what was your least favorite moment? Because for me, my favorite moment I think would probably have to be him winning his first TNA World Heavyweight title, because that was basically the peak of his career in wrestling. So I think that right there probably have to be my favorite. My least favorite moment, I think, will probably have to be him and Chad Gable winning the Raw Tag Team titles. I think that was like the worst possible thing you could ever see. But let's get straight into it and talk about Robert Roode. So if you guys don't know, he's been around the wrestling industry for quite a while now, and we know how. And for those who don't know how he got his start, he got his start obviously in his home territory in Toronto, and basically just compete. He competed on the independent scene for a bit. And for those who don't know, between the years of 1998 and 2004, he actually competed in WWE, which is pretty crazy. He worked a large handful of dark matches for WWE during that time, and this was right before he got signed to TNA. And honestly, the thing, and honestly, in my opinion, I think his time in TNA was probably the best time of his career, because of the fact that he had worked with guys like, I think Pete Williams, I think was his name, and Eric Young, forming the faction known as Team Canada, I think it was. Then of course too, when Team Canada split, he aligned himself with the Cowboy James Storm, who we saw in NXT several years ago. Big shoutouts to TNA. No copyrights as always, but I just wanted to give you guys my thoughts on this whole scenario. But from that point forward, but his time in TNA, he basically he won championship after championship after championship. And when he was working with WWE, working the dark matches, it was usually under shows like Jacked or Metal. Jacked Metal, I think, was the show. Wait, what was that one? Jacked, WWF Jacked and WWF Metal, which I guess were programs produced by WWE. Oh, that's pretty cool. And then of course too, Sunday Night Heat, which aired from August 2nd, 1998 to May 30th, 2008. And then of course too, the show known as Velocity, which lasted only a few years. So we had seen so it was basically, I guess you could say Velocity was for SmackDown, Heat was for Raw. I guess you could say. And then of course he worked dark matches for Raw and SmackDown several times. Several times then after, I guess you could say. But again, his time in TNA, he just had he was a part of Team Canada. He was a part of the team known as Beer Money Incorporated, and then of course they aligned themselves with guys like, I think it was AJ Styles, Frankie Kazarian, and Christopher Daniels to form the faction known as Fortune, which was a hell of a faction, by the way, probably the best, one of the best moments of his career. And then of course too, his time in WWE, he got signed to WWE not too long after that. It was like several years later. He got signed in 2016 to 2017, somewhere around there. Yeah, I thought so. I thought so. 2016 was when he got signed. So he got signed during or actually rather, he was a part of, he was in the crowd at NXT TakeOver Dallas, And then, of course, too, at NXT TakeOver The End, he appeared backstage in an interview with the NXT GM at the time, William Regal, and he admitted that he was going to be signing with WWE, and he instantly became NXT champion. Not too long after that, and then obviously he got moved to the main roster. And then instantly became the United States champion, which was pretty crazy. And then, of course, his time with Chad Gable became tag team champions with him. You know, teaming up with Dolph Ziggler, and now he is currently injured. But if you guys don't know, this actually happened back in June. We had not seen Robert Roode in action since June of this past year, where I guess they were supposed to, where I guess Roode and Ziggler were supposed to be a part of a backstage interview, or I guess rather a segment on stage where they were being interviewed, but they would be interrupted by MVP and Omos, and it didn't work out. It didn't work out so well because this actually turned Robert Roode babyface again for the first time since 2019, and back in September, just a few months ago, it was reported that Robert Roode did undergo surgery and would be out of action, but we didn't know what the surgery was until he posted on his Instagram what that surgery was, and we found out that he went to Southlake Orthopedics I believe in Birmingham, Alabama, and he underwent fusion neck surgery. Now what I'm about to show you guys is off of his are a few photos from his Instagram. So big shout outs to the glorious one. I apologize if I did this without your permission, but I just wanted to show off what happened. So this is the X-ray of the neck, of his neck. That's the scar. Viewer discretion is advised, ladies and gentlemen. And he basically just gave a big thumbs up saying that he is A-okay. So with that, I mean, it comes down to, should Robert Roode, it comes down to the question of, should Robert Roode even come back to WWE? Here's the thing. We know that Edge suffered the exact same fate 20 years ago, after his battle with Eddie Guerrero in that no disqualification match. He suffered a neck injury that took him out for years. And it was very difficult because Edge was very passionate. Even now, he's still very passionate about being in WWE. Excuse me. And when he came back, even Edge admitted, you know, that he was gonna be, that he knew he was gonna be on borrowed time. But the thing is that Edge made use of that time and won, I'd say, what, seven more championships in his career. Or actually, he won 11, all 11 of his titles. He won under the fact that he was on borrowed time with his neck injury. He became tag team champion with Randy Orton. Now, the neck doesn't bother him anymore. What bothers him is, what bothers Edge is I think just I guess you could say his age might be the possibility, but might be one of the like factors of it, of his career, because Edge is now at the point where my brother just texted me. Hang on, guys. Hang on. Sorry, guys. My brother texted me and I need to reply. Like now. Anyway. Guys, if you guys hear a growling back in the background, I apologize. It's my grandmother's dog. She is so fucking stubborn. She does not listen. She doesn't care to listen. And that's just how it is. Anyway, for Edge, it's not just his age, but it's also all the injuries that he had sustained in the 30 years that he has been in wrestling. And the way I see it, the longer he wrestles in WWE, the more injuries he's going to sustain over time, and it might not end well for Edge. So Edge retiring, I mean obviously I had already talked about that on the channel a couple weeks ago. So if you guys have not checked out that video, I recommend you guys check it out. But with Robert Roode, he's now in that same boat, because if he does come back, let's say he does come back and he enters the men's Royal Rumble match. Let's say that. Odds are, even if Robert Roode is medically cleared, it won't matter, because once you get hit. Once Robert Roode gets hit with a neck breaker, his career could end in an instant. So I think, honestly, as much as I don't want to see him as much as I don't want to see him as much as I want to see him wrestle again in WWE, I think his time is up. I think he's done, because Robert Roode, he's been wrestling for a very long time. For, let's see, debut since 1998, 98, 2008, 2018, 1922. So 24 years. Yeah, I think he's done. I think his time is up, and he just needs to just chill. Maybe take some time. Maybe take some time off. Say maybe about a year or so. Once he's cleared, then maybe yes, we could see him come back. But I honestly don't see him coming. Coming back anytime soon. But I do want to show off everything that he had accomplished since his debut in wrestling. Starting, I guess they have it in order. I guess the Baltimore Sun Tag Team of the Year award in 2009 with James Storm. Borders. Let's see here. Border City Wrestling Can-Am Heavyweight Champion, Can-Am Tag Team Champion with Petey Williams, NWA Shockwave Cyberspace Heavyweight Champion, Shockwave Internet Champion, two-time Primetime Wrestling World Champion, Pro Wrestling Illustrated awarded him with the Tag Team of the Year 2008 and 2011, obviously with James Storm and Beer Money. Ranked number 2 in the top 500 singles wrestlers in the PWI 500 in 2012, which is pretty cool. Let's see here. Real Action Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, 4-time champion actually. 2-time TNA World Champion. Former one-time King of the Mountain Champion, which I believe retired back in 2016, if I remember correctly. I think Bobby Lashley was the last champion. I'll have to take a look here in a second. TNA Tag Team Champion 6 times, 5 with James Storm and 1 with Austin Aries. Two-time NWA World Tag Team Champion, 2-time with Eric Young. He won the 2011 Bound for Glory series. That's what gave him his first TNA World title. TNA Tag Team Championship Series in 2010 with James Storm, and the TNA Tournament of Champions in 2013. Twin Wrestling Entertainment World Champion, UWA Universal Wrestling Alliance 2-time World Champion, 1-time Tag Team Champion with Petey Williams. The Wrestling Observer Worst Worked Match of the Year 2006, which was the Reverse Battle Royal on TNA Impact. Former NXT Champion, former 24/7 Champion, former United States Champion, former SmackDown Tag Team Champion with Dolph Ziggler, 2-time Raw Tag Team Champion, one with Chad Gable, the other with Dolph Ziggler, and also the United States Championship Tournament 2017 and 2018 as well. So he's accomplished so much, and I think now his time's up. I think with the injury that he sustained, with that neck injury, there is no shot that he comes back. But even if he does, odds are he'll probably just end up in the same boat as Edge and just be on borrowed time. So I think honestly, I think he's done. I'm just gonna be honest. I think he's done. But should he come back? Even if he does, I think he'll just probably be like a backstage producer, and then just like wrestle like part time, like every once in a while. Work with some of the young guns, you know, like Massey or Mansois, or perhaps like LA Knight, or maybe Austin Theory, or maybe even also, crazy enough, work with Hit Row, take on like Imperium or something. Who knows? But again, that brings me to the question of the day. What was your all-time favorite Robert Roode moment? What was your least favorite moment? And the third part to my question is this: Should Robert Roode come back to WWE amidst his neck injuries? Let me know down in the comments below, and that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more videos like this in the future, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on my social media. Links will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.